Hey everybody, welcome back to the Whiskey Edition. My name is Rob, and tonight we've got a couple things going on. I think you're going to be minimally enthusiastic. One, I'd like to give a shout out to Jean-Gabriel from Pub BreWskey in Montreal, where I was a couple weeks ago. He set me and my buddies up right at the bar and subscribed to the channel for some odd reason. And so now this is, hopefully I'll get some of his critiques in here. Maybe not, because I'm not that good at what I need to do. So anyway, tonight, we're going to do 4 more of Fred's top 100 that he has on his top 100 list. I've got 4 more. Remember, I did 10, and that was too much. So I did 4 on the last video, and I forgot who the winner of that was, but I think it was Makers, maybe? Makers, the sibling to this guy. So the Makers BRT-02, this is the BRT-01 at number 64. Number 48, Doc Swenson's Blender's Cut. Number 45 on the list is the Wagon BiB Rye, and rounding out our 4 for this evening, number 31, the Prideful Goat 6-year, which I was able to pick up in Houston. They don't have that one anywhere near the Pacific Northwest, I don't believe. So, not going to bore you with all the first cracking, opening, all that. I'll get them all set up, I'll get them all mixed up, and I've got them all labeled already somehow, yep. And go on from there. Maybe a little fast action, or we'll just cut it out completely and make it a short one. We'll see what happens. Because today is, no, that's not right. Yes, it is. Today is Mother's Day. I hope I get this out for Mother's Day because, you know, what better present than my mother looking at me doing a stupid whiskey video. So, here we go. Oh. All right, got them all lined up here. Only a couple minor disasters opening them up, which is about typical. So we have, you know, they're all about the same coloring for a change. I think on the last video or one of the earlier ones, the coloring was all over the map, so it was pretty easy to figure out which was which wasn't fair. So what I'll do is, same as last time, left to right, right to left. I've got my handy whiskey business note-taking pad here, all ready to go for a change. I will do the sniffing and the writing and the notes and the tasting, and when I'm all done and have them ordered, then I'll let you know how I rank them and what I picked up on them. Get these out of the way, moved on to the next 4, and then the winner of these 3 and the previous 10 will go on to be which is the best of Fred's top 100 that I've purchased for me. So let's get on with it. Didn't let them open up as usual. Oh yeah. I think I got that right. All right, I think I've got them in the right spots. This is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, And this one is my last place for this round. What I have, let's start with the last place one. It's very floral. It kind of reminded me of the Tennessee blend from Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning. And it's just not my jam. It's if you like to drink what I write here. It tastes like a Mother's Day bouquet, so maybe that is appropriate. I should have sent my mother a bouquet in hindsight. Oh well, I can send her the rest of this. So it's just kind of odd and not specifically my jam, but it's like, the smell is like something you'd get at the department store smell area, the cologne area. But that's just me. Let's see who this is. I'm gonna take another quick sip. It must have heard me. Oh, what is this? This is the Prideful Goat. So that's this guy. Prideful Goat, straight white. Prideful Goat, straight rye whiskey, unfiltered, cast strength, 115 proof. Whew. There you have it. That went down sideways. 6-year, 95% rye, 5% malted, aged in new American oak, char 3.5. So it's very thick, very dark. It's just very flowery. And I don't know if that's just because of the rye or maybe the malt does that. I'm not sure. But so number 3 is this one. It too had some kind of floralness about it, but it did have kind of a coffee and kind of a chocolatish finish. See if I can keep from gagging on this one. So it wasn't too bad. Yeah, the coffee chocolate taste really pops out there at the end. But I have it as my number 3. It is, the BRT-01. I guess I should write this on here. That's gonna make things interesting. BRT-01. Oops, I wrote that in the wrong spot. What the heck? How did I miss this? Yeah, that's right, number 3. Yeah, that's number 3. This one was last, and this was the goat, not the goat. Yeah, goat, BRT-01. This one is on the far left. My system here is, when you don't have somebody to mix it up, you kind of have to do it yourself. Oh, what do I have for number 2? A lot of spice, a bit floral. I guess this one's a bit floral too. Strong finish, but somewhat normal. This one, not normal. Spicy finish. Still has a little bit floral, but not quite that one, so it's not as off-putting as this one. To me, is very off-putting. This is Smoke Wagon Rye. Smoke Wagon Rye. So that would be this guy, the Smoke Wagon, bottled and bond. So that's right at 100 proof. So that's number 2, which means the Doc Swenson's. This guy is number 1. I just felt this was the most balanced of the bunch. Pretty straightforward, nothing too surprising like, this guy was, and maybe that one. I guess I should look just in case. Yeah, Doc Swenson's. Blender's cut, high proof, straight bourbon whiskey, aged 5 years, 115 proof also. Bottled when ready. Bottled in small batches. origin blend. So this is MGP, but it is blended and bottled in Ferndale, Washington. So it's got that going for it. So that's just up north a bit. That one to me was, for my palate, kind of the more normal of the four. So Doc Swenson's, number 1. Number 2, Smoke Wagon. Number 3, Maker's Mark BRT-01, whatever it was, 1. If they had made them farther apart, it wouldn't have been a toss-up. But BRT-01, and then the last one, the Prideful Goat. I got that down in Houston and got it in my suitcase and brought it back. It's just, it'll be good to give to other people to see what they think about it, because I thought it was kind of floral. But it's a lot of rye, so that's probably part of it. The Smoke Wagon's got a lot of rye, and I felt the rye come out of that, or the floral come out of that one here. It just didn't have the kick that this one did. Now this one, let's see. Prideful Goat, a lot of words. Stand Tall, Started Bourbon Real Talk. I do listen to Bourbon Real Talk. Well, this is Indiana too. What? God, what the heck? Bottled by Gulf Coast Distilleries in Houston, Texas. So that's probably why it was easy to get out of Houston. So that's interesting. I thought it was, I didn't think it was MGP. So MGP, we know, aged and bottled by Nevada. Where is this guy coming out of? Well, it's not out of Las Vegas. I think this rye is also MGP, but it's a 61% rye, 95% rye. So that's probably the difference between the Prideful Goat and the Smoke Wagon. Well, it is a difference. Why it's not quite as floral as the Prideful Goat. Yeah, distilled in Indiana in the very fine print. Cool bottle, love the bottles. So MGP, what did I say? This guy, yep, MGP is the Maker's Mark MGP. Distilled, finished, and bottled by the Maker's Mark Distillery, Star Hill Farm, Loretto, Kentucky. So no, that one is not MGP. And it did not come out on top, whereas the Doc Swenson's blend did. So we'll leave it there for this Mother's Day edition of the 4 in Fred's 100. The Doc Swenson's will go on to the future round with the next 4 of Fred's 100. And this 4 from Fred's 100 in this next batch are the lower numbers, or his higher rated. So that should be interesting how that plays out. Again, like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for putting up with this, Missy Gosh. We'll see you next time on the Whiskey Edition.